Hidden away in a dark gallery on the 4th floor of the Whitney Museum of American Art stands a lonely old piano. No musician sits before its yellowed keys, but they move in spite of absence, some ghostly memory of touch animating their ivory teeth in real time. The pianola isn't a new invention. Self-playing instruments reached record popularity in the 1890s before the rise of the phonograph and the subsequent crash of the stock market. But Tempo Rubato, Stolen Time, artist Nikita Gale's 2023 installation, doesn't jangle with rolling peals of ragtime nor any other sound most art viewers might consider melodic. Instead, visitors only hear soft scraping thuds where notes should be, far stranger than straightforward silence. The piano is reduced to its mechanistic functions, projecting an eerie magic despite its taciturnity. Gale amplifies this void with a pulsing spotlight. Her title, Tempo Rubato, is a musical term describing the creative liberties a performer takes when interpreting a score, that sacred space between rote dictation and the human spirit. The wall didactic to the piano's left bears a quote from Gale: "Bodies are never entirely absent from what we refer to as technology." We understand that it isn't pneumatic automation lending Tempo Rubato its alchemical quality, but the deeply human haunting promised in its place. Most of the time I spend looking at my phone is rife with reasons to turn it off. I suspect you, listener, feel the same, or at least recognize that you probably should. Your screen time costs you money, presence, the analog muscle memory required to focus on a promising third date, or the untouched book gathering dust on your nightstand. To paraphrase Nikita Gale, what we all refer to as technology looks more and more like an endless battery of clickbait and bad news these days, designed to screw us out of decent leaders and our ever-dwindling sources of expendable income. Rampant corporate privatization and its legislative underwriting have transformed the internet from a superhighway into a glorified Walmart parking lot. Since Donald Trump's ascent to power in 2016, the online sector has undergone what media professionals call a techlash, a mass souring of public opinion that once fetishized the breakneck manifest destiny logic of Silicon Valley. In this broader context of unchecked free market techno-oligarchy and worldwide democratic sundowning, it's hard to defend not just the use but the stateside future of TikTok, a Chinese short-form video smartphone application that the U.S. Congress semi-successfully banned in 2024. In the absence of a qualified divestiture, a sale to an all-American tech entity, in other words, from TikTok's host company, ByteDance, the app will cease to be available on Yankee phones starting January 19, 2025. It's even harder to insist with a straight face that TikTok, an edgeless terrain where QAnon whispers and makeup tutorials interstice with eating disorder lores and mirrored clips from Law & Order SVU, could be considered a catalyst for political change. By design, the app shows users content they've already proven to like. Hardly an opportunity to rally the troops, right? Not quite. The central purpose of revolutionary algorithms is not ideological prostration at the altar of black box enterprise. You aren't hearing a eulogy, a polemic, or an uncomplicated call to arms. The impending TikTok ban operates as a symbol for a similarly algorithmic constellation of problems that reflect its in-app pool. Right-wing assaults on civil liberty, fascism creep through the daydream of individual media curation, bodily control of the citizenry. This manifesto advocates for a freer internet through freer consciousness, a two-armed push against the parasitic transhumanism undergirding big tech and the white supremacist classism propelling techno-fear into the fore. Revolutionary Algorithms posits TikTok not as a crypto-socialist totem nor portal to the promised land, but instead as a looking glass for our new world order, a self-playing piano trembling with need for human music.